Hey, what's happening, everybody? At 6 p.m. Sunday, like always, for the recording of Going Full Nerd, the podcast. Yo, I had to start it off to energize myself a little bit with the music and stuff because I'm a little bit ticked off. So let me go ahead, let me kill this music track, and let's get down to it. Let's get down to it. But before we go ahead and get into this spoiler-free. Excuse me, I'm letting you know I'm doing the spoiler-free. It's halftime. I'm feeling jacked up because my Giants, we got problems, but that's okay. It is what it is. But let's go ahead. Spoiler-free review of the animated Injustice. But first, let's get the shameless plug out the way. What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe everywhere possible. So look for Going Full Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, goingfullnerd.com, and my Twitter handle, ONYXXX1969. You can also listen to the audio version on its home, Anchor.fm, but also on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcast listening pleasure. Hey guys, let's get on with the show. Okay, and getting on with the show. This is going to be a short show because it's football season and I'm watching my Giants play the Cowboys. Honestly, I regardless of what my picks may say that I did for this week, it ain't looking good for my Giants, man. It ain't. But I am going to bring something to you just to let you know, this is cool. Usually when I do my reviews, I kind of give a synopsis and I talk about what happens directly in the video. Well, I'll say I got access to Injustice, the animated film that's put out by Warner Brothers Animation. And because this is not supposed to be released until the 16th, I believe, from the press stuff that I got. On the 16th, it's going to be released. But your boy got a chance to see it, and I'm going to do a spoiler-free review, basically talking about some elements that just either sat right or didn't sit right with me. Okay? So this is going to be something different. So I'm hoping and praying that Warner Brothers doesn't be like, yo, we about to kick you off our list because where'd you get to see this at? It's not on digital. It's not on DVD. It's not on Blu-ray till the 16th of October. It's 10 October. How did you do this? Don't worry about how I did it. Don't worry about where my connection's at. Just know I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. I'm just going to give you the facts based on how I feel. I'm not going to show any images. I'm not going to show any video. This is just going to be me analyzing this animated feature. Now, as always, I like to tell everybody, these are just opinions. I call it a review, but it's just an opinion. It's how I feel. So, if you feel indulged, pick it up, check it out, watch Injustice, the Warner Brothers animated feature, starring Superman and Batman, and we'll figure out from there, and you tell me what you think after you've heard what I've got to say. Now, because I was able to see Injustice a few days prior to its release, okay, I'm going to tell you what the official synopsis says, okay? The official synopsis describes it as inspired by Injustice, Gods Among Us, the NetherRealm Studios, that's the people that made Mortal Kombat, okay, popular video game, and the best selling DC graphic novel based on such video game, Injustice Gods Among Us Year One by Tom Taylor. The animated film Injustice finds an alternate world gone mad. Ain't that like, you like how I did that? An alternate world gone what? Gone mad. Okay, anyway. All right, so where the Joker has tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane, sending the Man of Steel into a deadly rampage. Unhinged, Superman decides to take control of the Earth for humanity's own good. Determined to stop him, Batman creates a team of like minded, freedom fighting heroes. But when superheroes go to war, can the world survive? That's the plot synopsis, okay, for this. Now, if you played the video games, if you watch the movie, I mean, I read the books, played the video games, and you'll see that I got a few thoughts on how this adaptation was put together. Now, don't get me wrong, all right? Do not get me wrong. DC Elseworlds, these stories, these alternate what if style stories, what if Marvel calls it that, DC Comics calls it Elseworlds. They come up with some compelling versions of stories containing the heroes that, we follow, we like to watch. I mean, who likes to see different versions of Batman, Superman, and all these other different things doing things that we can only think of situations that we put them in? So here's the thing. If you're familiar with the video game, don't expect for this animated film to follow exactly like the game. Okay. I'm not going to say forget the game because it takes a lot of its inspiration, and just like I say, it's inspired, it's, based on, but it takes a lot of the framework from the video game. Okay. And it also seems that it takes some of the storyline of that Injustice Year One. So take the video game, the Injustice Year One comics, and kind of merge and mix them together. Now, usually, me myself, I have nothing but stellar reviews of Warner Brothers Animation. Okay. This, on the other hand, while it's good, there are parts that are good, but there are a lot of parts in this animated film that made me feel uneasy, and that I was a victim of lazy storytelling and really, really rushed composition. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it was because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Was it greed that Warner Brothers just wanted to make money? I mean, this is not the way you get sponsorships, by me being blunt about these things like this. Mm. Now, here's the thing. I've done a couple of videos, but the idea of a rogue Superman is one, it's been told in many forms. I mean, we've got, you know, you got the boys with Homelander. We've got other, you saw DC, you saw Crisis on something. I forgot what that animated feature from Warner Brothers was, with the Earth 3 Superman, the evil Superman, Ultraman, and things like that. I mean, we've seen it. Um, but I believe this story took some elements of like a rogue Superman, okay? Hints from the game, hints from the comics, but also I felt tidbits of the comic book Kingdom Come in this. I think they sprinkled a little bit of, some of the thought process, especially when dealing with Batman, on the Kingdom Come portion of this. I mean, Kingdom Come is a great series drawn by Alex Ross. Was that Mark Wade, I believe? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But Kingdom Come is a great telling. It's an awesome telling of an alternate Superman world. Okay. It's not exactly like Injustice. It's not about a Superman gone rogue, but there are some elements that you could see, from like basically Superman imposing his will, if that makes sense for you guys. Okay. I'm doing my best not to spoil it. I'm doing it not to tell direct elements of this show, just to keep the Warner Brothers gods from jumping on me for seeing this early. All right. I don't even know if there's any I don't even know. I don't even know if there is any embargo on reviews. Don't care. Don't care. I'm supposed to be at New York Comic Con this weekend, but they don't want to give me press passes no more. So we'll leave that with Reed Pop and talk about that another time. So here's the deal. Okay. Here's the deal. All right. And what I'm going to go ahead and say is characters that, here's my issues with the video, with the Injustice animated series. Biggest annoying part. Well, no, let's go. Let's start it off. Characters died too quickly. And the inconsistent, rapid personality changes of a lot of the other main characters, maybe I should say how quickly the lines were drawn show that this particular release, it said cash grab to me. It said cash grab. Let's pull in fans of the video game, the comic, rather than tell a complete functional story with a beginning, middle, and end. We're gonna throw the elements because we think the people that watching this are gonna, they're gonna watch it because they're fans of the video games, they're fans of the comic, they're gonna tune into it. That's how they got me. All right. So it felt short. It felt real short watching this animated feature. I mean, it only clocked in at 78 minutes. 78 minutes. That's 1 hour and 18 minutes. That felt more like an episode from a TV show. And how fast as they switched from antagonist to antagonist, and the screen time with Superman felt very short. When he was on screen, I didn't feel that I could relate or understand why Superman was doing what he was doing. I'm looking at that. And it really, really, really feels like, like they just called somebody up and say, yo, do a quick adaptation. I'm just hurt. I mean, there's so much I want to kind of say about this, and I might do another live stream. Okay. I might do another live stream after this comes out, after the 16th, so I can talk about it after people have seen it. Okay. I cannot recommend this to break your neck to see, but I'm kind of wanting everybody to see it so I can really dig into the story. I mean, it is. Wow. I mean, I would have really liked Injustice more so as an episodic show, not as a singular Warner Brothers animated feature. Okay. Watch it when you can. It is what it is. One of the biggest annoying parts outside of the story was the animation itself. There were, like, every time they would show somebody's hands or fists, they drew these black lines. It looked like somebody just took a black magic marker, one of them thick black magic markers, and just said, okay, scoop, 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 scoop. And you would see 4 back lines. I guess those were supposed to be the shadow of the person's knuckles. I mean, it felt like real lazy animation, not the quality that I always feel from Warner Brothers Animation. I mean, it really just looked like they just half-assed the whole thing. I'm glad that they used the new 52 costumes for the majority of the characters in this, because, the new 52 in my mind was a bomb. It stunk. And even though some of the character costume designs were cool, I mean, but when Superman wears his red underwear on the inside instead of the outside, the storyline is probably a little jacked up. And that's how this felt. So what does injustice get on my going full nerd scale? Sadly, injustice gets a 2 out of 5. I'm greatly disappointed in this, especially from an animation studio that always gives me, or for the most part, gives me 98 to 100% hot fire every time they drop. I mean, I think I could let's count the Warner Brothers animations that I didn't like. I mean, Ninja, what's that Ninja Batman, and there was another one that I probably blocked from memory that didn't feel good. So pretty much that's all I got, guys. I mean, I'm going to get back to watching this football game and crying over my Giants and all that stuff, and then looking at my picks that I hope you guys are following every week. I'm making picks of every game, 16 games a week, and I got a winning record so far, but it's not so good. But anyway, I hope everybody continues to do well. I hope everybody is feeling good. And remember, if you can't say anything nice about anybody, don't say it. Send it to me on Twitter. I will say it for you. And speaking of Twitter, for those that follow me on Twitter a long, long time, everybody knows I was trying to get the Twitter handle Going Full Nerd because that's my brand. That's me. That's what I do. Well, what ended up happening is this. Okay? This is what happened. There was a person on Twitter that took the Going Full Nerd name after I created Going Full Nerd. So when I tried to get it, I couldn't get it. And for the past couple of years, I've been reaching out, talking to Twitter. I'm like, this guy just sitting on the account. He won't give it up. What do you do? Well, he finally got that account suspended. So hopefully soon I will be able to claim my brand name as I work to finish my trademarks and all that good stuff. So hopefully we get that soon. Cheers, thanks, funky outro music. And like I say, guys, as always, peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. And I'm still fly. Hey, everybody. I'm still fly. I'm still fly. I know. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for, just basically being there for me. Just watching all the new people that showed up. Appreciate you. Remember, hit a like on here. If you're watching this, I really need to see the likes shoot up. Okay? Also, make sure you get your friends and yourself to subscribe. A little bit after the video process, you'll be able to click the subscribe button that you'll see to my, right over here somewhere. Hey, November 6th, 8 hours, video games, me playing all sorts of stuff, win, lose, or draw, talking smack, not safe for kids, but donations can be made to benefit kids with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Hey, it's not over. We can donate until the end of the year. So just let me know, and we'll get those links out to you. Peace, y'all. Gone. I'm gone. Finally, I'm gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cheers to all the haters, 'cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny.